Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what are you succeeding in next. And to do this reading we are going to be picking three piles together. I kind of feel like this one is the first one, this one is the second one, and this one is the third one. So let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number one, you have the Rooster and Sunflower. For pile number two, you have the Hare and Oak. And for pile number three, you have the Boar and Pumpkin. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number one, you have the yellow Aventurine crystal. For pile number two, you have the Garnett. And for pile number three, you have the Mookite Jasper. So take a look at which one of these three piles or three crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile or maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right readings. And so, as I always say, let it lead the way. There may be more things that you're going to be succeeding at that you're meant to know about today. And as usual, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi pile number one, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Rooster and Sunflower, and it says communication on the card, as well as the beautiful yellow Aventurine. So let's take a look at what you are succeeding in next. Your tarot deck is now shuffled. Let's pick a card from each of these three decks. Oh, I see this one fell already. Let's pick up your second card from this deck. What are you succeeding in next? Thank you. And you have from this deck, I see this one, so I'm going to take it. Right, so right off the bat, you get soulmates. I wonder how this is going to fit into your reading. Let's keep it right there. You also have the rune Thurisaz, and it's interesting. What's in common here in this card actually is that one penguin has the key lock and the other has the key. And Thurisaz is a rune about a gateway, but it has another element. It has a giant. And so again, I see the idea of a gateway, but something standing, a giant in the gateway. The key lock and the key. So let's see what this is. Let's keep on looking at your cards. Interesting. You have the art of seduction. What are the odds that you get soulmates and the art of seduction? How does that fit in the reading of what are you succeeding in next? Let's find out together, my dear pal number one. Very excited to find out more with regards to your reading. So you have the Hermit. I mean, wow, okay. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, okay. you have the Eight of Wands. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Right after that, you get the Eight of Wands. And that's momentum, that's speed. So what are the odds? You also have the Moon card. Okay. This figure here in the Moon card has their lips sealed. What's going on there? Something is being revealed. Maybe someone is saying something. Again, I'm not sure yet how this is part of what you're succeeding in next, but let's find out together. I'll take 2 more cards. So 1, that's the Temperance card. 2, that is the Tower card. All right, let's explore this reading together. It looks like a fascinating and super interesting reading. Let's find out what's going on. I mean, I have a lot of ideas, and this reading keeps shifting my mind about what we're seeing. So, yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so a lot of major arcana, the Hermit, the Moon, Temperance, and the Tower, giving me an impression that some major event is happening here. Another element that I see in your reading is that something was standing in your way, and now you're finally unlocking that gate in your life. Actually, I kind of understand here what this is talking about, especially with the lips sealed here. So, to be honest with you, first of all, I was like, is this a love reading? Soulmates, Art of Seduction, the Hermit, you know, going from being alone to meeting someone, which could be definitely part of your reading. But it boggled me because this is a reading about what you're succeeding in next, but I thought, you know, keep an open mind. And then I realized it hit me what's going on here. See, your main card with the Rooster and the Sunflower is a card all about standing out, especially that you're drawn as well to the Yellow Aventurine, which is the solar plexus. It's being bold, it's being there, it's your energy being present when you are around others, or in general, power exuding from you. This card has a keyword of communication, and I'm not surprised because we have the Rooster, you know? So it shows me, although this is solar plexus with the communication and the Rooster, it shows me a strong throat chakra. And that's what we see here with the Art of Seduction. This gives me an impression that with all of the blue, especially in the Thurisaz card, that there was, see, remember when we said there's a giant blocking this gateway? So it looks to me like all the blues here, you're someone who's a great communicator, but something was blocking your throat chakra. And so here, what we can see that you're succeeding in next is some sort of fear that with the Tower card that is coming into balance. And this is why these 2 cards are standing alone here. Some fear, it's like explosions happened. It seems if you were to speaking your truth or communicating in general with people. And I see that this genuinely has to do with communicating with others, because I see with the lips sealed here, it shows with the Moon that you are a very interesting person who has deep things to say, but had their mouth sealed. And so the Hermit here shows me that you kept alone, kept your energy alone to yourself, like you kept yourself. Although all the blues in the reading here really shows that you have a strong throat chakra. It's just that it's blocked, or you're meant to use your throat chakra. It's just that somehow it was blocked. And look at that. You can even see here blue scarf on this penguin. Again, emphasizing on how the throat chakra kind of locked what you had to say at heart. It locked up inside. You weren't able to express yourself. Here, I see that what you're succeeding in next. Not sure what you did, but whatever you've done, pile number 1, you should be proud of yourself. You have done a great job. You are freeing yourself with the Tower card here from that energy where we see you moving from doubt with the Two of Pentacles and slow energy of using your throat chakra, like maybe you think so much before you speak. To you, with the Eight of Wands, being able to say things on target, say interesting things with the Sagittarius energy, and you're on point and you're speaking quickly, not in terms of tempo, but rather like you say things whenever you want to say them. I see strength here with the Eight of Wands, where you could have been slower in the past to speak your truth. Now you're very quick to express the things that you want. Here we see you're no longer holding your truth, and you're now being bold with the lioness here to express yourself, express what you deeply think. And with that energy, I see with the art of seduction that you will be now making deeper connections with others. You'll be considered as someone who is interesting to talk to, someone who speaks and others just love what they say. Look at all these hearts. Someone who speaks with confidence and power, but says a lot of deep things. And I see as you heal this now, people just love what you have to say. They love interacting with you. Yeah, and you see people are giving you their ears. It's like, go on, speak. I'm listening. And that comes with a lot of confidence that you have obviously built over time, eliminating that giant fear that was standing in a way of a very interesting mind to speak up and say things that people would love to listen to. And look at that. Interestingly, it's the first time I see this in this card, but there's a circle. I know it's part of like this person's garment, but it's right in the place where the solar plexus is. You've done a lot of things that helped empower you, helped give you strength. And because of that strength that you've built, you are now able to unlock your throat chakra and say what it is that you want to say. What an interesting reading. Yeah, even that giant is wearing yellow, again giving the impression of some fears blocking your throat chakra as well, affecting your throat chakra, not just your solar plexus. And that's why you have both elements here in your reading. What I want to do, since you're already in that energy, and this is what you're succeeding in next, let's get some guidance on what you are advised to do to expedite this success for you and reach that stage which you're obviously supposed to be in, my dear pile number 1. So what are you guided to do exactly to unlock this magic that you have with your throat chakra? Okay, so we have 4 cards, and I feel this one sticking out. So let's, 2 more. Okay, let's see what you have. Right, yeah, we have the space. You have the teacher. Interesting, this is the Hierophant. Okay. You have the 6 of Cups. Quite interesting. 6 of Cups. You have the Justice card. So that is an extra card in this deck called Invocation. Pretty cool. Let's leave it up top like this. You have the 3 of Wands. And finally, you have Gratitude, which is another extra card in this deck. What are the odds? Okay, so what are we seeing here? What are we seeing? What is your guidance? You know, I'm seeing something very specific in this pile. Here with the Thurisaz, we see a gateway where you're supposed to, cross the other side. That's what Thurisaz is about, right? But we see a giant in the card. Here also the teacher, sometimes the teacher, the Hierophant, what I see in common here can be regarded as a gatekeeper to knowledge. So we see gatekeeping, like keeping you out. What I'm seeing here, you know how when we sometimes see the Hierophant as someone who wants to take the worldly prestige and everyone sort of like following them instead of source, instead of spirituality. Sometimes there's an element to the Hierophant of getting all the prestige. So in that case, I see that what is gatekeeping you from unlocking your throat chakra is an idea of perhaps you making people grander than they are. Certain people or a lot of people. And you see, the Six of Cups sometimes is considered a card for children. And so here we see a giant, and the Six of Cups we see children. And so it kind of shows muted down. Not to an extent where you see people beneath you, but with the Justice card, bring things into balance. Nobody is better than you, and you're not better than anyone. And to put people and their energies in the right position. Because if you make them seem larger than life, you may be afraid of speaking up. So the key element here to the success that you're going to be making next is to put people in the correct, reduce it to the correct place where you're not larger than anyone or no one is larger than you. In that way, you will be able to gather your solar plexus energy and, the Three of Wands is embark on this talk that you're in. Speak freely and passionately. Speak your mind as you want. You'll be able to get in touch. Call this energy. Call this strength that we're seeing all over the reading here. Once you remind yourself, maybe I'm making this person or these people way bigger than they are. And not that they are beneath me, but we are equal, all as human beings. And I see really interesting you get this gratitude card. I'm really tempted to take a look at the guidebook and see what this gratitude card is saying. Perhaps it's a message. Hold on. There we go. As you can see, it's an exclusive card. You got both exclusive cards. So right off the bat, before we read, I kind of feel like there's a message of you being unique, exclusive, that you have to see yourself in that way. And let's see what gratitude says here. You are seen, oh my God, look at that. You are seen and known because of what the universe sees in you and knows of you. You are connected to the world and are a vital part of it. Isn't that sweet? Pile number 1. You are needed and your needs are supported and met in each measure. Grow in the direction of this outpouring of nurturing and connectedness. And remember, you are loved. I love this message for you, my dear pal number 1. And congratulations, you're about to break out of that clear, beautiful throat chakra where you see people just love what you have to say. All the best of luck with that, my dear pal number 1. That is about to happen for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed this reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pal number 1, thank you for tuning in. So excited for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This moved, I'm gonna take it. Today, we're taking a look at what are you succeeding in next. And as you can see, oh, another card. As you can see, you were drawn to the Hare and Oak. It says on the card, new opportunities, as well as the beautiful Garnett. So let's see how these two fit into your reading. Your tarot deck is now shuffled. Let's pick one card from each of these two oracle decks to begin your reading. So we have this one, and we have this one. Thank you so much. Okay, right, so let's see what you have, my dear pile number 2. So first things first, you have not for you, and you can see a fortune cookie with nope on a board of chess, but you can also see a window here. Perhaps giving you some sort of update about something that you're not seeing. So let's see that. Let's put that one right there. And you have the rune Awaz. Interesting. All right. Well, it talks, the rune Awaz talks about a revered tree, the yew tree. And here we can see the oak tree. All right, I'll wait before I start analyzing anything. Here, you have Eva. Interesting. All right. So let's now take a look at your tarot cards. This way we'll get a full picture on what it is that you're succeeding in next. So you have the King of Swords. Love that energy for you. You have the 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. This one moved. Let's take it. And this one as well. Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Cups, another ace. Wow. Okay. You have, wow, the 9 of Cups. What's going on here? One more. You have the 6 of Cups. Okay. Were you presented, what are they called? There's a word. You presented, when you present something to the gods. I can't remember the word for now, but you've presented something and it's getting you results. Let's find out. All right, let's take 2 more cards. And speaking of 2 more cards, these are 3 actually. They were at the bottom. Let's see what they are. You have the 5 of Wands. Offerings. You have the 8 of Wands. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands. And you have the Death card, showing us some grand transformation that is actually happening quickly. So we do have some timing for you. It looks like you're overcoming this challenge that we're taking a look at rather quickly. And we can see this great transformation of a certain wish coming true for you pretty quickly. So what are you succeeding at? You're succeeding at making a certain wish coming true. We'll find out what this wish is perhaps as we take a look at your reading. But here I see with the not for you that you were on a path that was blocked, and not for you shows me that you were guided to leave a certain path in order to embark anew with the 2 aces here on the right path for you. So King of Swords shows me that you took the right decision. You decided to not follow through on the path that you were in, because obviously something was missing in this path. It could have been giving you something wonderful, but something else was missing. And the reason I say that is because we have Eva, which represents Adam and Eve, right? especially with the snake here. So what's missing is Adam. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying what's missing is someone. I'm saying that some energy is missing with regards to the path that you were on. You were getting some sort of benefit from it, but something was missing. You can see on the new path that you have taken, both elements are here. You know, both elements are here. The two sides that you want from this new path are here. How interesting. Okay, so here I can see that you've decided to change paths. It wasn't right. Perhaps there was a lot of trouble or war that you had to go through with the old path, and you have decided to start building anew. And this direction that you are building towards, that new direction that you're building towards, although in the beginning seems to be a little bit challenging, needs a lot of effort from you. Yeah, there's some sort of challenge here, although at the very beginning, on the brinks of it, could seem like it's very challenging, and with all these plumes, like you couldn't see ahead very quickly, or this probably already happened because this is what you are succeeding in next. So you could have already gone through these little challenges that appeared in the beginning, and as you plunge into it, you will soon realize that it's now moving very quickly. So much so that it's transforming the whole situation. I can see that what you're succeeding in next is finally getting your dreams come true in the complete picture, in the way where all the elements that you want from it is happening. Congratulations, my dear pile number 2. I don't know, of course, what it is that you're working towards, but you have created for yourself a new opportunity with the hare and oak here. And very quickly, this is leading to you making your wish come true. The offering that I'm seeing here with the 6 of Cups shows me that you've presented something for this to work. You've presented something for this to work, or passed down something for this to work. Let me think about that. Made an offering. You're offering something for that wish to come true. And this offering will be highly appreciated. It doesn't have to be offering something to the gods. I'm trying to say you've offered something. Maybe you've actually written an offer to someone. That could be something, you've presented something to someone that will be accepted. But all I can get from this energy of the 6 of Cups specifically is that you've offered something. And this direction where you've offered something is what is going to make that big transformation and bring you to that dream of these two things together. Let's find out what this offer is. Maybe you haven't done this offer already. Maybe this is the actual advice. Although I have a strong feeling that you have already offered something. Let's find out. What does this offering show, please? 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. Such a cool reading. So let's take this for now here and ask, what is this offer, please? The Hermit, the Seven of Swords, and the Hierophant. Well, on the Hermit card here is the Yeti, and the reason they put the Yeti on the Hermit card is because the Yeti is usually reclusive. But you know, I've read that people in Nepal, they truly believe that the Yeti exists and they've seen him. So I'm getting the idea here with the Hermit and the Yeti in the Hermit that you may be knowledgeable about something, or you have some tools that you're aware of, or a way to do something that only you're aware of, that you are presenting, offering. And this is some tool or some idea or some service that other people are not aware that they need it. Interesting. And with the Hierophant, this comes across as you, again, there's an emphasis of you being knowledgeable, you knowing how to do something. That's the offering. It's like, hey, you know what? I can offer you this. I can actually do this. Oh, really? Does that actually exist? Can we do that? Can we have that? Can we make that? And you're like, yes. This offer that you're making will free you from some sort of entrapment with the Seven of Swords. So not only is it beneficial for the one or the ones you are giving this offer to, but it frees you. It also unfreezes you, like, I want to say freeing. It's freeing to you because now you get to unleash your power. It seems to me like you were stuck. And so here you can see not for you. You were putting maybe your efforts in the wrong direction. Now this is getting clearer. You were putting your efforts in the wrong direction because it could have been giving you one element and not another. And speaking of Eva, this is so interesting because here you have the Ayar Kachi in the Seven of Swords, which are Incan legends. You know, the Ayar Kachi was one of the four main brothers that's said to have been trying to rule the world after a big flood. And the strongest one of the four brothers, who had four wives, was Ayar Kachi. He was so strong. It was said that he had this nibble where he could create storms. He was so powerful that his brothers were so jealous that one time they tricked him and they told him to pick some things up from the mountains that they left behind, that they had to pick up. He went to pick it up and they fooled him by pushing a stone to close the cave on him. So to me, this seems like this offering that you're making, this offer that you'll be making, will free you from a situation where you feel stuck. It also will unleash your great power, your true power, to what you can present. So cool. And with this new path that you're currently going on, that you're slowly building here, as you took that new decision, will have the both elements now that are important to you. These two elements need to come together. You know, what are two elements that come together? Like hard work and being paid for that hard work, right? Two elements could be doing something in your field but feeling the creativity. That could be the element that could be missing. What other two elements? Doing what you love but getting the recognition. It could be a plethora of so many things, but it all depends on what is missing for you, because there's some vital element that is missing in the old equation. And you've quickly found out that this is just not the right path for you. And with all of the trees we're seeing here, you're building a new foundation, a new strong foundation that has both elements together. And very soon you are transforming your whole energy, your whole life by giving an offer that will make your wish come true. My dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. This was such an interesting reading. I wish you the best of luck with that success that's coming in for you. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Mookite, Jasper, as well as the Boar and Pumpkin card. It says on the card, confidence. So let's see how this fits into your reading. And as you know, today we're taking a look at what are you succeeding in next. Cannot wait to get into your reading. But first, let's pick up one card from each of these oracle decks. So that's the first card that we have. From the second deck, you have 2. And the third that is meant to be for your reading today. This is gonna fall. Let it fall. There we go. Okay, so let's explore your oracle cards. First, you have Baldur. Okay, talk about confidence here. All right, this is the son of Odin in Norse mythology, was known to be very strong and very handsome. You also have, so talk about confidence, all that yellow of the solar plexus. Love this energy for you. Let's see where it's taking us. Speaking about where it's taking us, look at these elephants. So you have by the book. You have no rain today. Love that for you. Okay. No rain today intuitively gives me a feeling of no crying today, not feeling sad today. Let's see. And you have transformation. Wow, like... Okay, let's now take a look at your tarot cards in order to put this whole message together. So, you have the 8 of Cups. Right off the bat, you're walking away from something. You have the 7 of Cups. The Hanged One, the Hanged Man. You have the Chariots. You have, wow, the 10 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords. Ooh, and this is sliding down there. Let's take it. And you have the 3 of Pentacles. Let's keep your tarot deck to the side in case we need it. But let's see what this reading is showing us. What are you succeeding at? I really have a strong feeling that this is about some personal transformation. I see you healing and resting here. And especially that confidence is coming up, as well as Baldur. And this transformation that is about the self. I really see that you are succeeding in overcoming, first of all, a lot of sadness. I see you're becoming a happier person, a stronger person. There's healing all over your reading with regards to how you look, your mental health and your emotional health, and your physical health as well. So there's a lot of healing going on from things that happened in the past. And I see that you're succeeding because you have decided consciously to walk away from this energy. And look at that. You can see here the 10 of Pentacles. You'll be, because of that strong decision that you've made, to walk away from that energy and to start imagining what your life is going to be like and manifesting the important things to you. As you heal, I see that this path is leading you not only to your personal growth and strength and health, but it's also leading you down to you achieving everything that you want in life. You're moving on the right path. My dear pile number 3. Look at that leg being yellow. This is telling me that as you're walking away from that energy and you start to like shake it off and start imagining what you want in your life, you're also now with the yellow moving. You're taking yourself from a long pause where you start to clearly see life from the real perspective. You're starting to look at life from your third eye, looking deeply at things that you haven't seen before. You're gaining awareness. And because of that strong awareness that you're going through in your life at the moment, I love your reading. You're no longer going to be on that pause. Why? Because you have the Chariot next. And it shows that you're moving from an uncomfortable situation, from stagnancy, from a long pause, to you feeling the urge of moving with that yellow foot and actually moving ahead. And so as you make these moves, as you shake things off, move away from this energy, you dreaming of what you want and seeing that life is starting to open up for you because you've seen life from the right perspective after some difficult hardships, deciding not to cry over it anymore and to open your heart to new possibilities in life. That energy will help you move very quickly in the direction of your dreams. That transformation that you've allowed yourself to go through will lead to one thing after the other, one growth after the other, one growth after the next. And the most important thing that you're succeeding at, that you'll see the results of right away, is how you're finding your strength back, is how you're healing physically and mentally and emotionally, how you're finding your strength back. And I'm seeing that you're finding yourself back. You're finding your true strength and who you are. And it's leading you down a path of now starting to look at what is important. What is important to you? What do you want to achieve in your life? So the first step of what you're succeeding, and that's happening right away, is you finding yourself, finding that strength, and that will lead to another success that we're seeing in your reading. That will lead to you achieving one dream after the other rather quickly on your path ahead, my dear pile number 3. And you must be very proud of yourself. I'm very proud of that big decision that you've taken, and you'll be seeing very soon how that is affecting your strength and who you are, and even the way that you look, my dear pile number 3. Do you see here how the clouds and the rain are befriending the sun now? And although they're becoming friends with it, they're allowing it to shine. And so this shows me that you do acknowledge your pains, you do acknowledge the difficulties that you've been through, but at the same time, you've now decided to also acknowledge your strength and acknowledge your dreams and to live a brighter future rather than reliving the past. And with the pumpkins, you know how when we carve them in Halloween, it reminds me of Halloween. And so it could show that the past was scary, but you've overcome it like a boss. And although the past was scary, your future is very bright. And so since you're getting into that success, I want to do like I've done for pile number 1. I want to get some guidance for you on how to expedite your journey and to fully embracing that energy, succeeding into being happy, which you're already in. I truly see that. And how to move forward with regards to your dreams. So let's find out for you, my dear pile number 1. You have the World card. I see that the first card is saying that part has been completed. I asked the wrong question. You've already tapped into it and you're going to start seeing the benefits of that in your life. Good for you, pile number 3. Okay, so let's move on and see what else is your message to you with regards to that energy. You have the King of Wands. Whoa, look at you finding your power. You must be really proud of yourself, pile number 3. I don't want to cover that card. It's so beautiful. That transformation you should be proud of. Okay, so you have the World card, the King of Wands. This card is literally saying you are a strong person now. Good for you, pile number 3. You must have done a fantabulous job with that transformation. Okay, you have the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and you have the Tower card. Right, now you're being invited to move boldly with that power towards what used to scare you. Now you have the power to face the next challenge. Obviously, this Tower card is leading you to a dream, which we see here in the Two of Wands and the Hermit. And so now is the time to not sit alone and dream of these things and fantasize and think about what could be. It's now time to move outside of your comfort zone. You've outgrown this place. That's done. You found your power, my dear pile number 3. And because this is what you're succeeding in, you've already found your power, you're being invited to now take yourself out of your comfort zone. And I heard in my mind, test drive. How interesting is that? I think you're being invited to test drive this new strength that you found within yourself. Because what used to be intimidating for you in the past and scary and you would never think about doing, you now have the power to go out there and get a different result. And let's see what your different result is. Actually, your deck moved and there is a card down there. I'm glad, yeah, you can pick it. You can see that on camera. So what is that result? The Moon card. No, I don't understand. I think I need one more card. Well, obviously that's the answer. Sorry. The Moon and the High Priestess are saying you're not meant to see what the result is. You're meant to go out and see it for yourself. Because both the Moon card and the High Priestess have to do with secrecy and the unknown. And no, you're not going to get a cheat sheet, obviously, from this reading. You're meant to go out and explore it for yourself. And it's almost like I've been trying to help you out, give you that comfort zone back, like reassure you. And your tarot cards don't want you to be reassured. You are already strong. You don't need reassurance. And so your cards are now giving us a strong lesson. Don't go out and do things when you're reassured. Go out and do things because you are bold and you are strong and you're more than capable of going out and getting what you want. And the results that you will be getting from taking yourself out of the comfort zone will lead you to everything that you want and more. But you got it to experience it. You've got to see what it brings to the table. You got to see, and you get to see how your new power allows you to deal with that energy and where it's taking you, my dear pile number 3. This was such an interesting reading. And I loved how in this reading, you know, sometimes I would think something and the cards would go, no. Is pile number 3 getting there? No, pile number 3 already got there. They already have their power. Right. The guidance is now moving to the next step outside of your comfort zone. Out into the world. You see the Two of Wands here. Out into the world. Step outside of this wall, of this comfort zone that used to be beneficial in the past, but it's no longer serving you. It's time to take yourself out of that rest mode and go out and achieve your dreams, my dear pile number 3. This is exactly what I see for you. I'm so excited for you and I'm so proud of you. You must be proud of yourself. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 books. They are there to truly help you out. And if you're interested in checking them out, you'll find them down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading.